What is nice, by the way, is a chance to visit the Shenandoah County. Why don't you do that, by the way? Why don't you visit ShenandoahCounty.com? You can find them on the Book of Face at Visit Shenandoah, on the gram of Insta at Shenandoah Travel, and over on the Tube of You at Visit Shen, ShenCova. If you do all of that, you might actually get a chance to see all the stuff that Brittany Clem-Hott is going to be talking about this morning. She joins us, and we're so thrilled to have her on. Good morning to you, and welcome. How is the Shenandoah looking these days?
We're doing great, and the leaves are starting to change, so we're really excited for the upcoming fall leaf peeping season.
And by the way, it's so nice to hear the word leaf peeping. And I feel so good to do this with somebody because every October, this platform, when in our previous incarnations, 50 plus years of radio, the whole month of October has always been kind of dedicated to not just Halloween and the spooktacular season and rural and urban legends, but just fall, leaf peeping and looking at the world around us and watching the whole world change. You are our first guest to celebrate that over the course of the entire month, and I couldn't think of a better place to do it than the Shenandoah Valley. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do, kind of give people a sense of what it is you do, and what's going on when people visit the Shenandoah Valley?
Yeah, most definitely. Well, I am the tourism development manager here in Shenandoah County, so I work alongside a staff of three who promote this locality as a major destination, for different activities throughout the year. We pride ourselves here in Shenandoah County on the fact that we have so many diverse options to offer to our visitors, from lodging spaces, those unique rentals where you can just position yourself right beside the Shenandoah River or up in the mountain at a cabin, or stay in one of our nice hotels. And we have so many different restaurants available for people to eat at during their stay. And we have so many unique attractions here in Shenandoah County, from the American Celebration on Parade Museum to the Shenandoah Caverns, to Seven Bend State Park, where you can get your walk and recreation in, to just our 8 wineries that we have here. We can just kick up your feet and have a glass of wine and enjoy the scenery. So, we have such a diverse amount of offerings here, and we're so beautifully positioned between Massanutten Mountain and North Mountain in the George Washington National Forest. So, you can kind of get that opportunity to come enjoy the leaves and enjoy the season, but without having to really fully submerge yourself in the very busy destinations that people typically flock to. It's pretty much like a calmer place to visit that offers all of the same beauty that some of our other neighboring destinations have.
And by the way, guys, I want to show you when people actually do what our guest does for a living. When Brittany Clem-Hott does this, the copy we got from them is absolutely spectacular. Giving you a break from the hustle of 81, you know your business, and the business of the interstate while still being able to make progress to your destination. Nicely said, lovely in its execution.
Thank you.
And I also wanted to ask you a strange question, but when I explained it, everything you said, by the way, appeals to our friends out there. Many of whom lead incredibly rich and varied lives. Is just out of curiosity, if you don't know the answer, it's okay. How is golf over there? Are there any golf courses, public golf courses that people can hit? If the answer is no, that's fine. There's plenty of other stuff to do. But do you know of any public golf courses?
Oh, totally. For the golf lovers out there, we have 2 beautiful golf courses in Shenandoah County, and I didn't mention that earlier, but so many recreation opportunities here. To our west, we have Bryce Resort Golf Course, which also has a lot of other nearby amenities, from pickleball to ski slopes to scenic lift rides, just all the things for the whole family. So let's just say, you're interested in golf, but the rest of the family is like, I don't want to spend all day on a golf course. They have a lot of extra options for them to enjoy too. And so everybody's happy. We also have the Shimvali Golf Course, which is closer to Interstate 81, and it's just in Newmarket, Virginia, the historic town of Newmarket. And the backdrop, the beautiful Massanutten Mountain backdrop, is out of this world at that golf course, especially this time of year. They have a driving range and just, a very golfing friendly, from beginner to expert course that's welcoming to all experience levels in golf. So we definitely have a wealth of it. And actually, if you're a local here, we have a local celebrity that we call Noah Shenandoah out of our office, and he's currently working on a wonderful promotional video called the Noah Shenandoah Cup, which is completely a golfing theme. And so that's something to look out for on all of our social platforms, because we're really excited about being able to show how the golfing community is very much a part of Shenandoah County. So if that's your interest, we've got it.
By the way, and everybody who listens to this show knows of what I'm going to say right now. First of all, I asked that question because we have a lot of our listeners who actually literally plan their routes by the golf courses they can hit while they're actually bringing America's goods and services across county to them. And here's what's really cool, guys.
Awesome.
This is not in our notes. I just want to make this really clear. What our guest has just talked about, what Brittany has hit on, was not in our notes. She just rattled that off. We love people. Everybody who's doing their job out there listening right now love people who are good at their job. So I want people to visit ShenandoahCounty.com, by the way. There's a lot of history there, too. We got a lot of big history buffs. You've already alluded to it. A regular contributor on the show, Peter Stark, the adventurer, wrote a beautiful book called Young Washington about his early days and his days in the wilderness as well. So if anybody wanted to do a history tour to really kind of dig into the cradle of American civilization, really in many ways is kind of located in the Shenandoah Valley, is it not?
Most definitely. And next year we're celebrating the 250th anniversary of the American Revolution alongside Virginia as a whole. But we have a huge list of events that are taking place throughout Shenandoah County throughout the year, and we'll be putting that up on our website as well to enjoy, to really highlight our American history. And then, of course, all of our towns, they have their separate historical character. We really love that we can reference Shenandoah County's towns as like a string of pearls. You hop off 81, you can start in Newmarket or Strasburg, depending on which direction you're going, and you can see that uniqueness as you travel through each town and the historical character that each one has. And each one of them has historic walking tours, and museums scattered throughout. And then even off the beaten path, there's so many, preserved historic structures out there to discover. And we're having a lot of fun putting together a agenda for the upcoming year to really expose those. So stay tuned on that as well.
By the way, for somebody who actually was born in Bethesda, Maryland, and then raised in Virginia by a father who just fell in love with this area of the world, this is one of the great four seasons areas of the United States. The Mid-Atlantic area is just spectacular when it comes to like actually getting four seasons. And I did mention leaf peeping. I will say right now that the area of the world that our guest is talking about, along with certain portions of Maine and the route from Franklin, Tennessee to Chattanooga, is one of the great leaf peeping experiences of all time. Tell people what they can see in regards to the changing of the colors.
Yes, so something that we really love to promote in our area is we have a large tree canopy, and right off of 8, you're literally right in the middle of the North Mountain and Massanutten Mountains. And so you see color all around you, but we really like to highlight our unique perspectives and give people suggestions on how to enjoy that, either from Route 11, traveling through the small towns, or on a return visit, or if you're able to just pull over and stay for a little while. We have the historic Meems Bottom Covered Bridge that was built in the 1890s. It is the longest existing covered bridge in the state of Virginia, and it's painted red, and it's just nestled amongst the beautiful trees, and just a wonderful sight to see that's just really simple and right off 81 to enjoy. We have hot air balloon rides here for the adventurer or any of the adventurous family. If they want to see it from a unique perspective, we actually have hot air balloon rides here in Shenandoah County. We have the Woodstock Tower, which is kind of central in Shenandoah County. Once you get to the trailhead, it's just a short walk to be able to get up high and see the 7 bends and all of the colors surrounding the 7 bends of the Shenandoah River. We have swinging bridges, and that's really neat to be able to stand in the middle of a swinging bridge and look down and see the reflection of all the colors on the Shenandoah River, and it just kind of amplifies that experience, and we love that. Of course, you can always just relax at a vineyard and kick your feet up and look at the trees surrounding the vineyard. Not every destination has open space vineyards that also incorporate trees to look at. And then, of course, just scheduling a visit here, whether it be at a short-term rental, cabin out near Bryce Resort or a nice little cottage nestled beside the river. You can stay a while and completely take advantage of all of these amenities and these unique perspectives to see the fall color.
Really quickly, by the way, there's so much we could cover, so much to talk about. Just for fun, though, can you tell us about the home of Liberty Kabob?
Yes, so Liberty Kabob is at the Liberty Station truck stop in Mount Jackson. And so they specialize in halal cuisine and pride themselves on quality meats. And it's quite a unique place to visit if you're in the truck driving community. And so you gotta go check it out. So when you're looking at all of the truck stops that are available, we have 2 here in Shenandoah County. We have the Love's truck stop in Toms Brook, which offers a lot of space, and that's nestled right between Strasburg and Woodstock, Virginia, where there's a lot of restaurants and a lot of things going on our northern end of the county. But then you have the Liberty gas station a little bit further down 81 coming from the northern area, where you can experience this unique cuisine and also just take a rest.
I just wanted to kind of let people know before we're almost out of time here, Brittany. Brittany's worked in the restaurant industry and local government marketing and public relations, recreation and tourism. And by the way, you are the driving force behind many special events. This is my question, the one that I asked for me. What do you guys have planned for Halloween over there? What are some of your you got anything spectacular going on in the Shenandoah Valley, in Shenandoah County? Sorry.
Yes. We definitely do. Of course, we have a lot of our community events in each town that are fun to take advantage of. But one destination I really want to highlight is our American Celebration on Parade. And they have a haunted house attraction. So it's think haunted house, but much bigger scale, haunted parade museum, where we turn off the lights, we put spooky things around each corner and completely transform this whimsical museum into a very scary, not knowing what to expect around every corner space. So if you're into scary experiences, this one is very unique and something that you're not going to find anywhere else, because it's literally set in a parade museum, and the people behind it are quite the craftsmen and artists themselves, and they get really into it. And then, of course, if you do have some people in your family that aren't too excited about the spooky adventures, they do have a lights on experience for those that might want to experience this scary feature, but kind of take some of the edge off. So they do have a few opportunities there as well.
By the way, we're going to have you back on. We're out of time this morning, Brittany, and like I said, I could go on, but I want to get you back on to talk about agritourism, wellness travel, outdoor recreation.
Oh, please.
There's a whole bunch of great stuff that really kind of plays right into the wheelhouse of a lot of our listeners who have made a commitment to being out and about in America and to kind of taking care of themselves. You are welcome back anytime. If I was going to ask you to recommend me one place to eat, and you can come back and do it a million times, but one place to eat right now, where would you tell me to go?
Well, I'll just tell you about the place I went this morning. We have the Flour and Water company here in the town of Woodstock, and the reason I love them is they have all of the most delicious breads and pastries. There's a French trained chef that's in there, pastry chef, and two sisters actually run the front of the house and do some of the cooking in there as well. And so they have a really unique family story, but some of the most delicious items. And tonight's pizza night, so you got to look out for some of their daily specials as well. But they have the best coffee, the best pastries, the best pizza. I would say definitely check that out first, and then of course come back for all of the others too.
As an ambassador to the city of New Orleans, I will return the favor. If you ever come down here, go to Toast on Gentilly Boulevard. You'll have a great time. Thank you so much. You're welcome back anytime. Best of months.
Yes, thanks for having us.